Hello, I'm Sally Hoskin, Master Gardener, representing the University of Minnesota Extension and its Master Gardener program. Today we're going to talk about harvesting wildflower seeds and readying them so that you can plant them in the spring if you like, and you might be able to plant them just as you harvest them. So let's start by taking a look. The first thing we have to do is look at a location where they are. So I hope during the summer that you've walked around and said to yourself, I know where such and such a plant is that I really want, and I'll go back there when it's ready and harvest it. So here's a plant, for example. This is a red-stalked aster, and it has very pretty lavender petals and a darker center. And that one we can see now, so we know that that one is attractive and that we want it. Now what we have to do is wait and watch until the seed becomes ripe. Now, for example, here's a plant like it, same species, and that one is going to seed now. But those seeds are nowhere near ripe, so we can't harvest that. We just got to keep watching. We'll move down a little bit, and we've got a location here that I know these two plants and this one are exactly what I want. And they are called New England aster. Now, if you look closely at these, I've harvested a number of the seeds here, but if you look closely, there are a few more seeds that are ready to be harvested. You're looking for a fluffy burst, and right here happens to be one. Obviously, I've already gathered up many seeds from it, and I can't take too many more because they aren't ready yet. You have to be very gentle, because sometime, if you can believe this, there is a spider on the seeds, and the spider doesn't want to go in with the seed harvest. So you don't want to let the seeds drop from your jar if you can avoid it. Now that's about all I can harvest from this yet. I got a few more. So that's the start of harvest. There is a better time and a poorer time to harvest seeds. If you get a rainy day, forget it. Stay in and read a book, because that means that the seeds are going to be wet, and if you harvest the seeds when they're wet, what they're going to do is mold, and then you've lost them all. So wait until you've got at least a day where it's not wet so that the seeds are dry. You can see these are nice and fluffy, and they're dry. They're not going to mold in there. Now, your choice is about how you're going to store these. You need to have them freeze. They must freeze because historically, wildflower seeds in our part of the country freeze during the winter. So we need to have them freeze. Now, we could put them in a paper bag, store them in our garage, unheated garage, by the way, or we could put them in a glass jar. I wouldn't use plastic because I just don't know that that's good. I think jars are better. So I can't use paper bags because my garage gets little critters like moles and voles and mice, and they get hungry in the winter and they like seeds. So I need to store them in glass jars where they can't get to the seeds. And what do we want to label? What do we want on a label? You've got to label them or you'll forget what those seeds are about. For me, the common name, the scientific name, and what kind of habitat does the plant need. For example, the common name in the plant we just harvested is a New England aster. The scientific name And I encourage you to learn the scientific name, but I realize that's beyond most people. Astronovae angeli. And then habitat needed. I need that because if I plant these in the spring of the year, like in March, on a nice, fairly warm, snow-laden afternoon, if I do that, I don't remember what kind of habitat they need. So I have a wildflower book and I have the habitat on the jars. So thank you for watching and good luck harvesting.